Welcome. How you doing? It's Arts doing a quest I have to do to unlock a Moogle quest. And yeah, we'll see where it goes. Alright, here we go. I heard you've been a busy bee, yo. Seems half the whispers that come my way relate to your comings and goings. Being the active type you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? But before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildebrand? I mean, I have, like, in real life, but not in the game yet, so no. To hear him tell it, he was Eorzea's greatest and most famous inspector. Still can't say I'm surprised you don't know him. To his credit, Hildebrand and his assistants had a knack for showing up when something shady was afoot. As for sussing out the culprits, well, he had his moments, though I hesitate to give him sole credit. Any road, 5 years ago, he gets it in his head that he's cracked the code of Messiah's 7th, the first Dalmud, a calamity. All of it can be stopped, he says, so long as he finds the hero of prophecy. And wouldn't you know it, the hero was Hildebrand himself. So he flies off towards Daldnamud. Aye, that's right, he flew, launched himself straight into the air somehow, ridiculous as it sounds. Of course, it's only logical that he's got to come back down, though. It was only recently that we found his body. I had reasons for bringing this up. Ah, right. So Nashu, Hildebrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, a bit daft, but sweet nonetheless. So when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of living zombies. Living zombies are definitely not my forte. So if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lent her a hand. As for where to find her, she's like to visit Hildebrand's grave in the Lich Yard when she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first. How did I know Hildebrand? Huh. Next time you'll be asking me how he was always in the right place at the right time. You're too clever to be that daft. Okay then. Uh... Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. At least that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildebrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mysteries, he could always count on the inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. Ooh. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down, and he... This is all a joke, a big funny joke, right, Inspector? Any moment now you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise, had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and laugh. Hildebrand Masterville, beloved son. They say no one remembers the warrior of light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. Warriors of light. But I remember you, Inspector. No gentleman hero, Hildebrand. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is or how to find him, but now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in southern Vanderland, you might find them. And then you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. I've never tried making friends with a zombie, but I don't see why it would be hard. Just moan, groan, and pretend to be dead. Wait a minute. wrong way. Do I really have to wait for a fate? Ah. Come on, fate. Nice. Okay. It's still not there. Oh well. I ran into that fate a long time ago before I streamed, and I wanted to defeat that for a while, so at least there's that. There we go. Alright. One can only hope. Alright. Good shit. Why were the zombies posing? Did you find the zombies? You did, that's wonderful. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me. You'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends? That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Sagoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. A gentleman is rather than does. A gentleman is rather than does. That sort of reminds me of, well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward to the Sagoli. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. I will go whither the wild room blooms. A gentleman is rather than does. Show yourselves, foul fiends. A gentleman is rather than does. Who summons the gentle madman, dead men? They live, and we hunger. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. There he is. Spare these two fair ladies your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look, it's a bird. No, it's an airship. No, it's the inspector. We hear, and we obey. It is you. It really is you. I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildebrand. Hildebrand? Who is this Hildebrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombie Brand, Devourer of Brains, Undead Overlord Extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord. You're a gentleman inspector. Inspector, overlord, inspector. Overlord. Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours. Stay your hand, my lady. You know not what you do. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of the blast is more likely to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. See, even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... death. That face. Normally I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me. Inspector Hildebrand remembers me. Yes, yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. The flower. Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... What is this place, and for what matter, who am I? They're like, yeah, you a zombie. You came out of the ground. Oh, and that's why they were dancing like that. Okay. It all makes sense now. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no field is a match. No fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine lady be? Could she perhaps be one of my many admired... God no. Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm, this ringing in my ears, this dizziness? Could it be a case? Amazing, isn't it? He wasn't dead, he was just badly injured and needed to hibernate. I didn't even know how people could do that. Oh nah, shoot. Yeah, we're gonna keep going with Hildebrand quests. Fuck it. Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Sagoli Desert. I'd bet my life on it. Which means Ul'dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildebrand shall soon deliver you from evil. Which way did he go, yo? Do you see? Oh dear, I've got to find him and change my outfit too. Sorry, lass, but if it's the information you want, you'd be served best by going to Winmund. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapons thief calls himself a duelist, or so I hear, but when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... Ul'dah is known for its merchants, but making your way here as one is no easy thing. 3 reasons for that. Too many trends, too many rivals, and too many lies. Okay. What, you're looking for a half-naked Highlander, what lies to catch criminals? I think you'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamn duelist. Me mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. Boy, adventure, why not spend some hard-earned coin here at the markets? Go on and treat yourself, you deserve it. I feel like I'm just reading town dialogue, but honestly, I'm just gonna keep reading it, just in case. No, that's a quest. Beg your pardon, you wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running about town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter from the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. I had no idea that the Platinum Mirage was such an exclusive establishment. That they can afford to turn away wealthy individuals like myself speaks volumes. It's probably for the best, though. An old acquaintance of mine lost everything in the gambling halls. Last I heard, she had run afoul of some dangerous people. Or was it that she had fallen in with them? I can't seem to recall. All this world building. Love it. Alright. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies? Women! Hey, women! The almighty bugger me with a bleeding spear. The dead have risen and they're walking the streets of Ul'dah. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true, he's not a zombie, I checked. Aye, you do seem to be hale and healthy. Which begs the question, how in the seven hells do you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Orizia's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable. I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Windman is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden what said her most. This this Knavs assaulted a young woman as well. The audacity! I should fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't the lady from the Sagoli, a serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you two seek the belligerent duelist. Capital. It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. Damn it, Hildy. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. Well, Leo, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She is a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weaver's Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspecting, Inspector. Keeping that coin purse bulging, are we? They say the streets of Ul'dah are made of gold, but it's piles of gil we pave your way. Okay. My beloved pure heart was unlike any one you've ever seen, elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this declaration call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What in the world? I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Theft, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I am certain I had it when I left home the other day. I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Coliseum. I realized it was gone. So, the time and location of the theft are unknown, essential details without which we cannot solve this case. The case. There is but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fateful day's excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries. What monster steal my pure heart? What monster would steal my pure heart? Okay. Still early. Oh, I don't know. Are you sure this is going to help? Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist, I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as most unusual happening. As a most unusual happening. Wake up, read. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Coliseum and see what you remembered. Is Natsu falling asleep? Okay, I love Natsu. Is that her name, Natsu? Good character. Where could my pure heart be? Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse, in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 6 pounds, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. 120 pounds. Miss Moon, you are remarkably strong, a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. That thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. There sure are a lot of giant crates in Ul'dah. At the Weavers Guild, at Sunsilk Tapestries, and here, too. Stand back. I am on the verge of unraveling this mystery. I must be allowed to focus. There's a man that's looking, that's focusing. Alright. These crates are everywhere, yo. I wonder what's inside, but I don't see how we can open... Ah, of course, I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun. And I just do it? I would just do it. Wait. Conspicuous crates, ellipses. That's fantastic. Okay. Oh, I missed that too, damn it. At the heart of everything, crime rests a single, unsayable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my infutable conclusion. A gladiator professed his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and man. Resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the pure heart. Inspector, we found the pure heart. These strange men sneaking around in wooden crates had it. It's not what you think. We're not thieves. We're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm. And should she misplace an item from time to time, we collect it for safekeeping, nothing untoward. Yo, you deviants were behind all the thefts, and all this time you've been stalking me? What nerve? Ah, such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Goddess, devotees, ah, but of course, that I had you to inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapons thefts, as those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildebrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume. You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist victims? I'll introduce you with pleasure. You would be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Always. Huh. Where in the bloody hells do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. Ooh, filtered water. I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. Aha, I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. I look forward to seeing how the good inspector chooses to handle this case. Ah, I'm Humphrey, and you are? At last, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist. How? How did you know to show up here? Me, a victim. Ha! How amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp. He found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing. Well, it was nothing compared to what I faced on Carton and Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle with Master Lure, we were. Core, he was a dab hand with the old magic he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can. That man is no warrior of light. Tell them, Elzar, tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Liar, scoundrel, I trusted that bastard with me father's blade. I bid him take it to a smithy for restoration, even gave him gil to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back, sniveling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel, as if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding horse son, look at me. Me flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if ye don't bring her back to me. Alright. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the gil to pay the church, and I have no idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? For you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Eleazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Actually, a good point. Do all inspectors dress like that? I've never met one before, so I don't know what to expect. That blade was a rare and ancient relic. He can't possibly think he'll recover it so easily. Eleazar's sword wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic, more than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. The Golden Bazaar is on the verge of unprecedented growth thanks to the mithril deposits. Mark my words, adventurer, there'll be billions in it. Billions. That boy should be ashamed of himself. Robbing poor Eleazar of a priceless family heirloom just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, lots of them. It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Eleazar a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Yet what drives this man to always claim his opponent's weapon? Pride? No, it must be deeper than that. Antique swords. Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. That traveling merchant Jompa is the one you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, any wares I determine to be dubious origins, I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honorable man like Eleazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article. Well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. Tistis, you should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. like me. I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. Aha. Forgive me, I can detain myself no longer. What kind of fool parades about in an outfit like that? Was he some sorts of mummer? Mm. It occurs to me that I am not fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water, not without first coating it with liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Okay. Indeed, on many an occasion, my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. Okay. Well, I hate this. The body is but an instrument and occasionally need of oiling. So come, my friend, come and oil me up. Ah, this comforting scent, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, kneaded the oil into my aching flesh. Massaged, god damn it. Ah, the pain multiplies manyfold. Gently now, gently. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods. Yes, at last. My muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure. And the Zach Fair? Hey, just doing squats. Right, there, yes, keep doing that. Just like that. Just like, yes. Now, once more, with feeling. Ah, never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good woman. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? No sign of the sword Jojompa mentioned, I see. Ah, now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Did something cause you to? Once again, my instincts have guided us to the quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Ul'dah and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Elzar as well. The newest, most potent blend if you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Elazar's woes will be no more. Alright. I'm quite enjoying these. I like the Hildebrand quests. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. God's bless ye, sir. Oh, poor old man. I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Alstrom is a rare trait these days. Wait, unless that is the sword. 'Tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I've brought you a change of clothing. I also brought a supply of tonic from the peddlers I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nachu. If you would just bring me that case. Inspector Hildebrand. There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No, you. It's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. A challenge for me. Oh, at last the curtain rises. Very well, if I am the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. Okay. That's great. That's amazing. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. He's incredible, so bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. He is exceptionally something. Core, Inspector Hildebrand, you look amazing. Well, Hildebrand. This is far from the strongest of swords. Blue skies in the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? It's Gilgamesh. Okay. Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the blade. With my, let us call it genius, I shall bring you to justice. Wait, you wish to duel with weapons, not wits? This bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle. Get a title end card? Yo, Hildebrand quests are the shit, man. Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of... no, it's gone. Never mind. Okay. Alright, how long have I been streaming? Hour 15. Wait. Oh, it's just NPCs. More NPCs. Okay, I'm gonna call it here. Yeah. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, as always.